So, dears, we are going to about see the cell, catch the video.
Welcome to a session on solar cell experiment. In this experiment, we are going to plot VI characteristics of the solar cell. Students, let me introduce apparatus using in that experiment. This is called as source. What is the definition of solar cell? Which will convert solar energy into electrical energy. So in this lab, we are not directly having sunlight. So we are using this artificial source of light. So you see, students, this is on and off switch. You can, if you rotate this knob in clockwise direction, you can increase the brightness of the light. If you rotate it in anti-clockwise direction, you can decrease the brightness of the light. And finally, this is the switch off. So this is the source of light. And this is the solar panel, and this entire setup is called as a solar cell, and it is solar cell positive terminal. This is the solar cell negative terminal. Students, this is the kit corresponding to this particular experiment to determine the VI characteristics of the solar cell. Here, it consists of individual operators like voltmeter, ammeter, load resistance. Let me explain one by one. This is called as voltmeter. So what is the use of voltmeter? It measures the voltage. So this is actually digital voltmeter. It will display the voltage in digits. Voltmeter negative. This is called the voltage is very small. You can place it in volts. If the voltage is high, place it in volts. This is called as ammeter. This is actually digital ammeter which will display the current in digits. So this is the ammeter positive terminal and this is the ammeter negative terminal. So this is the range switch. So if the current is very small, you can place it in microamperes. If the current is in milliamperes, you can place it in milliamperes mode. In this experiment, we will get the voltage in volts and the current in milliamperes. So that's why I kept both in milliamperes and volts mode. Now, students, uh, that means if you connect both ends, it will act as a resistor. So you can able to produce a resistance part. This is overall switch on and switch off of the kit. Yes. Now let me show the circuit diagram of this particular diagram corresponding to this experiment. So this is a solar cell for solar terminal, and here you can see this is the voltmeter positive terminal and this is the voltmeter negative terminal, and this is the load resistance, and this is the milliammeter positive terminal, this is milliammeter negative terminal. So this is the circuit. How to connect the circuit? Let me explain. First, take this circuit diagram, and to connect the circuit wires, these wires are called as patch connecting. First, let us start from cell positive terminal. So, solar cell positive terminal. This is the actual solar cell positive terminal. This is the solar cell positive terminal. So, here there is a connection from solar cell positive terminal to voltmeter positive terminal. So, at the other end of this wire to voltmeter positive terminal. So here you can see, students, cell positive to voltmeter positive, cell positive to voltmeter positive. I connected a wire. Here a line means wire. Next, this part is completed. Next, move to this part. Voltmeter negative terminal is connected to milliammeter positive terminal. Here, this is the voltmeter negative terminal. This is connected to milliammeter positive terminal. This is the milliammeter positive terminal. Next one is milliammeter negative terminal is connected to cell negative terminal. So milliammeter negative terminal is connected to cell negative terminal. Where is the cell negative terminal? Here it is. Cell negative terminal. This is the solar cell negative terminal. So students, is the circuit is completed? No. So here load resistance left over. So we have to connect load resistance in parallel with the voltmeter. For that purpose, I am taking a connecting wire. So I am taking another connecting wire. So it acts as these two ends acts as a load resistance because it is connected to resistance part. So load resistance is connected to voltmeter positive terminal, another one is connected to negative terminal. So let me give, so one end is connected to voltmeter positive terminal, load resistance one is connected to voltmeter positive terminal, another end of the load resistance is connected to voltmeter negative terminal. So the entire circuit is completed. This is the circuit diagram, this is the actual circuit, students. In this we have to connect the circuit. Yes, students, how to start the experiments? In order to start the experiment, first you need to switch on the kit. After that, you have to ensure the resistance is at a minimum position or not. If it is at a minimum position, then you have to do one more thing. So voltmeter reading has to show zero value. How to get zero value? Yes, now you see here. Adjust the distance between this solar cell and this source of light in such a way that you are getting 0 volts in voltmeter reading. So I am increasing the distance. Correspondingly, you see the voltage value decreases. So at a particular distance, it will become 0. Yes, students, here you can see. I adjusted the dial in such a way that the voltmeter reading is 0. So now students, how to take the readings? Yes, let me show. This is the tabular column for the noting down the readings. Simple. What we are going to plot in this experiment, our aim of experiment is to plot the VA characteristics of the solar cell. So we have to note down voltage, we have to note down the current, and we have to plot the graph between voltage and current. That will give the solar cell characteristics. Which characteristics exclusively? VA characteristics. So how to note down? Yes, the first reading is you have to take like this. When the voltage is 0, here the current in the circuit is maximum. This current is called as short circuit current. 14.2 milliamperes of current we are getting in the circuit when the resistance is minimum. This is the maximum current flowing in the circuit, and this current is called as short circuit current because we offer minimum resistance to the circuit. Okay, so now note down here voltage 0 volts. At 0 volts, what is the current? 14.2 milliamperes. So no need to write milliamperes for every current value. So here I kept milliamperes, which means that all the current values in milliamperes. Now adjust the to get 0.5 volts. Here I am adjusting the load resistance in such a way that solar cell displaying 0.5 volts. Yes, it is 0.5. Exactly you have to get 0.50, right? So for 0.5, what is the current? Note down. So for 0.5 volts, what is the current? Same current, 14.2 milliamperes. Yes, you can see here. For 0.5 volts is the current 14.2 milliamperes. Now adjust the load resistance, which means you increase the resistance so that current decreases, correspondingly voltage increases in this circuit. Yes, I adjusted the load resistance in such a way that the voltage value in the circuit is 1.0 volts. corresponding current is 14.2 milliamperes. So for 1.0 volts also the current is 14.2 milliamperes. Next, adjust the load resistance in order to 1.5 volts. So here I adjusted the load resistance to get 1.5 volts and the corresponding current you note down. Okay. So for 1.5 volts also the current is the same. Students, you can observe what is the fact, even though there is a variation in the voltage of the solar cell, it will deliver constant current output. This fact you have to understand. But forever? No, not forever. So after particular voltage, current also decreases. But in this region, if the solar cell operated in this region, for example, it will deliver constant output current initially. Okay, right. So next task is maintain the load resistance in order to get to 2 volts. Yes. Increase the load resistance. Right, it is 2.0 volts. At this particular situation, you observe the current start to decrease. It is 14.1 milliamperes. So note down 14.1 milliamperes. Next, apply 2.5 volts. So how to apply? By increasing the resistance. So now the voltage is 2.5 volts. The corresponding current is 12.1 milliamperes. 12.1 milliamperes. Next, apply 3.0 volts by increasing the load resistance. So by adjusting the load resistance exclusively, you have to increase the resistance. So I am successful to get 3 volts in the voltmeter. So 3 volts is the voltage. Now at this voltage, what is the current? You see, students, current drastically decreases. It reduces to 3.1 milliamperes. So 3.1 milliamperes. Actually, you have to next reading is 3.5 volts, but you are unable to get it. You observe, even though you offer 10 kilo ohm resistance also, you are unable to get a 3.5. Note down the last reading, whatever it may be. So the final reading is 3.08 volts. So note down the last reading, 3.08 volts. At this particular voltage, what is the current? Note down. At this 3.08 volts, what is the current? 0.3 milliamperes. So note down the same. Yes, students, you can see, even though you offered 10 kilo ohm resistance to the circuit, amount of resistance to the circuit, the current 0. So how to get the current to 0? You apply more amount of resistance. How to apply more amount of resistance? Yes, beyond our range of the resistance. So you have to apply more amount of resistance in order to get 0 milliamp current. So for that resistance, for that I am simply opening the circuit, which means I am offering infinite amount of resistance to the circuit. Students, you see, if I connect these two, you are going to get the maximum current, which means this is a short circuited. Okay, now it is open circuited. So here resistance is offered and the current is what? 0, and at this particular situation the voltage is maximum. It is 3.09 volts. This voltage is called as open circuit voltage because I open 0 and the voltage is maximum. This is a open circuit voltage. So the open circuit voltage is defined as the voltage, maximum voltage obtained at 0 current. Okay, this is the open circuit voltage, not always. So VOC is equal to 3.09. VOC is equal to 3.09 volts. Here ISC, short circuit current, is obviously first value. What it is? 14.2. Students, repeat the same thing for intensity 2. So this is somewhat brighter intensity. Now reduce the intensity. So reduced intensity. Okay, repeat the experiment. Okay, so now how to do it? Similarly, we have to perform the experiment. Initially, you have to ensure the load resistance at the minimum position. So rotate it in anti-clockwise direction so that it offers minimum amount of resistance. So students, the initial value of voltage you see 0. This is the to note of the readings. So at 0 volts, it's T2. At 0 volts, what is the current we are getting? 6.5 milliamperes. 6.5 milliamperes of current we are getting. Now 0 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Okay. Now 0.5 volts. So how to 0.5 volts? So increase the resistance. So I increase so that the voltage value I got it as 0.5. At this particular situation, the current is 6.5 milliamperes. So at 0.5 volts, the current is 6.5 milliamperes. It is constant, you see. Next, apply 1 volt. How to apply 1 volt? Increase the resistance. So I increases the resistance and I got 1 volt. The corresponding current is 5 milliamperes. Right. Next, you have to apply 1.5 volts. How to apply 1.5 volts? In this way. I applied 1.5 volts. The corresponding current is 6.4, same 6.5 milliamperes. 6.5 milliamperes. Now apply 2 volts. I am increasing the resistance so that the voltage value increases and the corresponding current also decreases. Students, I applied 2 volts and what is the corresponding current? 6.1 milliamperes. 6. For 2 volts, what is the corresponding current? 6.1. For 2.5, for 2.5, what is the current we are getting? 4.6 milliamperes. You observe there is a increment in the current. Up to 2 volts, so even though the voltage is fluctuating inside the solar cell, it is giving constant output of the current 6.5. But when it reaches to 2 volts, yes, there is a decrement in the current. Current is also decreasing with respect to voltage. Now apply 3 volts. Yes, students, this is the maximum resistance I can offer, but still I am unable to get 3 volts. So the last reading is 2.88 volts. Note down that voltage. So the final value of voltage is 2.88 volts. At this particular situation, what is the current? 0.2 milliamperes. 0.2 milliamperes. So students, even though I offered 10 kilo ohm resistance to the circuit, the current is not 0. So how to get 0 current? Offer more amount of resistance. How to offer more amount of resistance? Simply remove the resistance from the load resistance. So it offers infinite amount of resistance. Now the voltage is maximum in the circuit. This voltage at which the current is 0 is called as what? Open circuit voltage. It is 2.91 volts. So note down here VOC at 2.91 volts and obviously ISC short circuit current is starting current 6.5 milliamperes. In this way you have to note down the reading, student, and you have to multiply this voltage with current. So how to get power? You have to get this is power. So how to get power? Multiply voltage with current. For example, 0.5 volts into 14.2 milliamperes. When we are multiplying, we are representing it in amperes. So 1 milliampere is equal to 10 power minus 3. So this is the power value. In this way, you calculate power. Then draw the graph between voltage and current. This is called as voltage current characteristics. Okay, students. Now let me explain. Yes. Already taken reading, students. These are another set of readings which we have. So this is for intensity 1 and this is intensity number. Now you have to draw volts is take current along the y-axis. Here each 2 units is taken as 0.5 volts. Here along x-axis, voltage axis. Here this is 1 unit, this is another unit. 2 units together is taken as 0.5 volts. Here together is taken as 0.5 volts. It becomes 1, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So here you may have one question. A rule to take the in your circuits. Here the voltage range is from 0 to approximately 2.5 volts. So that's why we have taken the range of 1 to 2. Take so here how we scale each unit along here to here unit. Each unit is taken as a 0.1 amperes. So what is consider minimum current point, the maximum current is 0.1 point 6.4. Then 0 volts. For example, at 0. So, okay, dot 1.24 volt per 1.24 here. So here, what is the point? Like note down the corresponding and connect all of them. Connect all of them. So this is the I of the solar cell. So this is number 1 and draw the this is for intensity number 2. So students, you have 2 tables. This is the table number 2. For this table, you have the graph, the same graph sheet. Okay. So at 0.01 volts, what is the current? 0.7. So at yes, students, this is the fill factor for intense means for table, which is for table number. So what is the formula? P max. Yes, you know how we wrote down ESC into VOC. Just X. Here you can see in the taking the readings. Yes, noting down what is ISC and see, this is ISC and VOC for intensity 1 into R. So obviously delta V is equal to delta I into delta R. So from this R value, R delta, you can take it as RS is equal to delta V divided by delta I. So how to get delta V? How to get delta I? Yes, you have to go to graph. To get delta V and to get delta I, students, we have to locate maximum power on the graph. How to locate the maximum power on the graph? For example, this is the maximum power 0.712. But how to locate it? So we have voltage and current, but we don't have any power. Simple, students. Draw a projection from this maximum power point onto x-axis, y-axis. The difference between these two projections along x-axis is delta V. The difference between these two projections along y-axis is delta I. So measure delta V, measure delta I. So you can calculate series resistance. So delta V is 0.18 volts, delta I is 0.1 10 power minus 3. This case, okay, you may get a different value. It depends on your values. So we got the series resistance 1.8 kilo ohms. So these are the conclusions from this experiment, students. So we plot the VA characteristics of the solar cell. Second thing, we determine the fill factor for intensity number 1 and intensity number 2, which can determine the performance of the cell, and we determine the series resistance of the solar cell. Okay.
సో ఈ విధంగా మనం సౌర ఘటం సోలార్ సెల్ యొక్క IV క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ని లెక్కించవచ్చు.